party people, how you feeling?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the PapaJugg Podcast. How y'all doing? I hope it's wonderful. I apologize. I'm looking down right now because I have changed the audio and some of the video settings, even some of the lighting settings for the episode, for the podcast as a whole, actually. And I'm just checking to see levels. So far, they look normal, but we don't know what that means, so whatever. Anyways, I hope y'all are good. I hope for those of you who are tuning in live, hi. If you're tuning in live, hope you've had a great week. If you are getting the audio of this on a Monday morning, then I hope this is going to be a great launch to your week, and you certainly have had a wonderful weekend. But tonight is episode 14 of the PapaJugg Podcast. We've got a lot to cover. Tonight's big chat. We are talking about MoistCr1TiKal. Why are we talking about Mr. MoistCr1TiKal? It's real simple. Mr. MoistCr1TiKal decided that his Twitch contract no longer needed to exist. We're going to talk about the details of that. A couple of updates for the community, the PJParty community. One of them is these guys right here. These cool things. Here, check it out. See, if you're watching live, that's upside down. That's what that's what the shit is. There you go. If you're watching live, what you're seeing on camera right now is the brand new PJParty merch mailers. So when you order merch from the community, which right now is through the website, you can DM me if you want it. There's a couple of ways you can do it. But they are now going to come in completely customized mailer bags. So these are pretty cool. From there, we've got a second set of bags coming. So this is one. And these were voted on by the PJParty community. There you go. That's one of them. There's a second one coming. There's a second design that was also voted on. And that second design is more, let's say, celebratory. I'm going to break out all the syllables. It's a little more celebratory. So it's kind of a fun thing there. That's going to be a cool thing. And hello, everybody in the live chat. It is good to see you all. As always, if you are in the live chat, you are welcome to comment on anything we are talking about on any given episode. And the reason for that is I read them. So that's pretty cool, right? It's kind of like a live stream, except live stream. Okay, it is a live stream. So anyway, so there's a second one coming. That's going to be another bag, but that's going to be for bubble mailers. So that's going to be the ones that are a little more protective. Right now, you can order in our merch store, you can order backpack, t-shirt, stickers, 2 kinds of stickers, actually, pens, keychains, and I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? Hold on. I happen to have all of them in front of me. Keychains, pens, sticker, backpack, t-shirt. I guess that's it. Yeah, I guess that's it. But like, it's like this stuff. It's all this. See, you get a cool drawstring backpack, you get pen, you get it's fun. Anyways, so enough of the sales pitches. So that's what's going on with that. And then also in the PJParty, of course, the new Discord subsystem is live. So if you would like to support the PJParty community and get more bang for the bucks that you donate, I really recommend doing a Discord sub. I offer more rewards there, including merch discounts, more sub streams that are exclusive to you, sneak peeks on Discord. Remember, moving forward, the Discord is the hub of the community. It is not Twitch. Twitch is one of the places content that gets put out. But obviously now content gets put out on Instagram, content gets put out on YouTube, content gets put out on X. It's everywhere now. Discord is the hub. So if you want early access, if you want exclusive merch discounts, if you want exclusive content, that's on Discord. If you would love to support the community, I would love it if you did. Just go over to Discord, get yourself a sub. The subs, every single tier, and I did this on purpose. Why? Because I got big brain. Every single sub tier on Discord is cheaper than the sub tiers on Twitch. Ta-da! It's so smart. I know. It's great. All right, let's jump into this episode tonight because we've got a lot to cover. There's a whole bunch of stuff. We are going to be talking about MoistCr1TiKal. That is our big chat tonight. We're also going to be talking about the voice of Mario. We're going to be talking about the new TwitchCon schedule that came out for the Las Vegas show. StreamElements. What's going on to StreamElements? Guess what? We found out. Fanjoy. What's happening at Fanjoy? Have you ever heard of Fanjoy? Some of you have, some of you haven't, and I'm going to tell you why this is important. LiveSpace. We're going to be talking about that new streaming newish. It's new. That's not fair. It's a new streaming platform called LiveSpace, and why we're going to be talking about them. So let's jump into the first one tonight. It is real simple. It is Mario. Haha. It is the Italian falsetto known as Mario, the man who has voiced Mario since Nintendo 64. Okay, going like way, way back. The first time Mario ever spoke, you've heard basically every time the same dude. He's retiring. He is still going to be with Nintendo. He's still working with them, and he is still representing the Mario brand. But now he's not going to be the voice. His name was Charles Martinet. Charles was somebody who, like I said, he has been, and I want to pull this up right. He is doing this for almost 30 years. I mean, it's quite amazing. His first thing was Super Mario 64 in 1996. That's one guy. I mean, it's kind of like the voice of like Fred in Scooby-Doo. Like that was one dude forever. And, eventually things change or whatever. So he's retiring. He's moving into an ambassador role, which I think is cool. I especially like the fact that the voice is retiring and he didn't die, because that always happens. It's like, oh, voice of so-and-so dead at the age of 62. And it's like, no. Speaking of which, I don't know if you guys are wrestling fans, but Bray Wyatt died. Like, whoa, that was a young man. He obviously, I mean, he was in good physical shape, at least physically he looked like he was, but no cause of death has been announced as far as I've seen. But yeah, Bray Wyatt died. Anyways, so the voice of Mario did not die. The voice of Mario has retired. He is moving into an ambassador role now with Nintendo. He is officially going to be, blah, blah, blah. Where did his title go? No. Oh yeah, he has no replacement yet. So, whatever it is, it is. But no replacement has been announced yet. But yeah, he is going to be moving into an ambassador role for the Mario world. He's going to be an ambassador for Nintendo. Which like I said, I think it's cool, but it is going to represent a change. And I mean, if you want to talk about big shoes that somebody has to fill, somebody is going to become the new voice of Mario. Like movies, games, TV show, like there's going to be a new voice, and that's always crazy because typically it's going to bring with it a change, So whatever. We do wish Charles well. He has been a beloved part of the gaming world for almost 30 years. He is the voice of Mario going back all the way to Super Mario 64. And I think that the gaming world owes him a lot of thanks because he's been an innocent, wonderful character for, in some cases, the entire childhood. In some cases, some of you have never known a world pre-Mario. That's nuts. Like Mario's been around a long, long time. Some of you have never known a gaming world that didn't have Mario in it. Some of you have never known a Mario voice other than this guy. And now eventually we all will. So that's kind of crazy. Jinxie, Jesus. Okay, sorry guys. I read chat and I was like, I didn't need to read chat. I went to one line. I read one line in the live chat. Moist, so hot right now. I didn't need to. That is not where we needed to pause. I should have just read other sentences. Anyways, so voice of Mario, Charles Martinet, he is moving on to an ambassador role with Nintendo. Will be retiring as the voice of Mario after almost 30 years of doing it. TwitchCon! What are we talking about TwitchCon? We are talking about TwitchCon because the TwitchCon schedule has been announced, and I wanted to show this to you. If you're watching live or watching a VOD, you're going to be able to see this, but I will do my best to audio describe this to everybody. TwitchCon, which you can meet me at. If you are going to TwitchCon this year in Las Vegas, not the one in Paris, because that's already happened. If you're going to the one in Las Vegas, October 20th through 22nd, you will have a chance to meet PapaJugg and other members of the Rise Above stream team. Yeah, baby. There's going to be 3 of us there representing Rise Above. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. But anyways, I've had a lot of people who have never been to a TwitchCon before, and I had never gone before last year. Last year was my first. But TwitchCon just announced the schedule. And I think the schedule, when you see, like pre-schedule, they announce like big features. They announce some of the meet and greets and things like that. And it's all the really, really big streamers. And people are like, okay, cool. That's kind of what I expect. I've had a lot of content creators come up to me and DM me or ask me in chats or post in my Discord, or post in the Rise Above Discord, kind of like, why TwitchCon? Like, why would somebody go to TwitchCon? It's especially a big question if you are like me and you are a Star Citizen creator, because CitizenCon is the same weekend. I've talked about this before. That's a tough choice. CitizenCon, this is the first CitizenCon that CIG has hosted live in 4 years. So it's going to be big. They've got big announcements coming. The rumor is that they're going to announce a release date for Squadron 42. We'll see if that happens. But anyways, so people are like, Jug, where are you going? Well, PapaJugg made a decision. PapaJugg is going to TwitchCon. Why is PapaJugg going to TwitchCon? Simply, my career as a content creator is bigger than Star Citizen. I don't just make things for Star Citizen. I've got projects right now that don't involve Star Citizen. I've got projects planned that you guys don't know about that don't involve Star Citizen. We've got things like Starfield coming up. We were supposed to be doing the closed beta for Skull and Bones, and then that got fucked. But whatever. As much as I love Star Citizen, you guys know that that's a fun game for me, and I have a great time when you all are in chat. It's not my whole career. So next year, if there is a conflict, I will be going to CitizenCon, assuming I'm not a Twitch partner and I don't have to go to TwitchCon and do other obligation stuff. But so anyways, so it is a big deal. The schedule helps crystallize that, and I will show you why. Okay, so I'm going to bring it up on screen here. This is the Las Vegas schedule. Okay, what I'm going to scroll down through, I want you to notice some things. There's something for everybody. If you are a content creator on Twitch, there's things that you are going to learn that it's going to be hard to learn in any other way. Now, when I came back from TwitchCon last year, some of you might remember I gave a rundown of TwitchCon. I gave an overview of some of the lessons that I learned. I passed on a lot of the knowledge to other content creators. I did that live. You can check out the video on YouTube. They're there. I think it's on Twitch too. I think I saved some of it as a highlight. I forget. It's definitely on YouTube. I would stick with YouTube. But really, the networking that you can do there, I've met the current CEO of Twitch. I met him when he was just the president of Twitch. Like I met Dan Clancy at TwitchCon last year. Cool guy. Tries to do I still give him the benefit of the doubt because I still think he's making a lot of good moves at Twitch, and we're going to talk about that with MoistCr1TiKal. But the things that I was able to learn, so much of it was because of the schedule at TwitchCon. There is a ton of content if you are a content creator. Now, if you're not a content creator and you just love meeting all of your favorite Twitch celebrities, like me, if you love meeting your favorite Twitch celebrities, TwitchCon's a cool place to do it. And you don't have to go to all 3 days. You can just go to one day, and you are probably going to see most of the creators that you want because most of the creators will be there for 3 days. You get to see really cool stuff from vendors. The merch stuff is great. Artist Alley is fun. You get to see some really unique stuff. It's a very, very cool vibe, and I'm curious to see what they do in Vegas. But anyways, so this schedule right here, okay? We're looking at the Las Vegas schedule. This just got announced in the last 24 hours, 48 hours now, whatever. It is Friday. But you're looking at things like welcome to TwitchCon, nobody cares. Right there, Friday at 10:30 in the morning, growing your audience. Friday at 10:30 in the morning, veteran community meetup. We all know, I think we all recognize that military veterans are a significant portion of the live streaming community, whether they be gamers or makers or just chatters. Military veterans make up a big chunk of live streamers. There's an entire place for veterans to get together. Also at 10:30, a West Coast community meetup. Are you from the West Coast? You can connect with each other. Why would you want to do that? Real simple. You're going to find people who are local to you potentially, and you can do collabs much easier than you could with somebody at a greater distance. Cool. So there's things like that. But then more lessons. Create engaging streams. There's music, blah, blah, blah. Cosplay and makeup community meetups. Drag queen makeup. Those are fun. The shows, by the way, you've got to check out. There's shows that run all day in different theaters and things. It is such a wide variety of stuff, and some of them build on each other, and then you get like a final or finale at the end of the TwitchCon. It's kind of cool. A Jackbox party game hour. What else do we have? BIPOC community meetup. Accessibility in gaming, past, present, and future. AAPI, so Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders, that kind of stuff. Groove and Move, build your brand and media kit. We're not even, like, we're just starting on Friday afternoon. Fighting games community meetup, Streamer Showdown, which is a lot of fun. Streamer Showdowns are fun. I didn't get to watch all of them. We saw like snippets of it last year. Justin TV, the Twitch origin story, more music stuff by McDoodle. IRL streaming, the most difficult game on Twitch. All of this stuff is available, and we're still in Friday afternoon. Okay. Illuminate your stream, probably teaching you about lighting. Fuck if I know. It's cool shit. Pokemon community, Twitch codes, how building in public made me a better programmer. Okay. Level up and stand out, exploring new ways to engage your community. TwitchCon drag showcase, moderation and community safety. You know, how do you keep your live chat safe for your viewers? All of this. We're only in Friday afternoon. It's this kind of stuff. And you've got so much of it to choose from. Literally, when my family and I last year, when we were making our schedules, we were sitting there going, okay, do we want to go to that? Oh, we could go to that one. Maybe. Okay, so you're going to go to that one. I'm going to go to that one. Like, there's so much stuff to do. It's a really, really cool way to spend a weekend learning about content, meeting creators, networking with people, just finding cool things that inspire you. TwitchCon is great for both creators and for viewers. So there's that. Let's talk about Saturday. Are we too old for this? I'm here and I can say, no, you're not too old for this. Keep going. Let's see. What do we got? Looking for a group, a dive into the community meetup program. Cooking and baking community meetups. Let's see. The streamers workout, gaining XP in fitness and streaming. That is a huge growing content channel right now, is fitness, health. All of these things are very, very popular and growing content topics, not only on Twitch, but also on YouTube. It's growing on LiveSpace. We're going to talk about that later. It's growing on Kick. Food is a big deal right now. In fact, there's people I have a channel in the Discord. In the PJParty Discord, there's an entire channel dedicated to food and drinks. I tell people, I'm like, dude, I'm seeing what you're, like, you should post that, like, do a show about that. Like, show people you're baking. Like, that'd be cool. I have something else planned that I'm going to try and do that involves cooking and baking just for you guys. So anyways, let's see, Twitch deep dive, grow your streamers with alerts and hype chat. Hype chat is still a partner only feature, and I wholeheartedly recommend don't do it. Twitch moderator and community build up, which I am a moderator for 15 different Twitch channels. So by the way, if anybody that I know, if you are wanting more mods, if you need somebody to step in and be a mod on your channel, I am more than happy to do that for the people that I know, for the content that I'm aware of. I'm very happy to do that. I know it's not always easy because you want somebody that can really protect your community and represent your brand. I'm happy to spend that time learning with you, taking whatever instruction you have. If you want a channel mod, just let me know. Shoot me a DM. Build your community. Women on Twitch community meetup. That's a good one because women need more representation on Twitch and in gaming. And we talked about that last week, and I'm not going to keep going. Let's see. Strategic monetization and use. Science and technology meetups. Latin and Hispanic meetups. Just dance at TwitchCon. Musicians of TwitchCon. Name your price. Oh, that's a game. We don't care. Path to partner. There's an entire 1 hour section on the Creator Camp Path 1, Path to Partner. How do you become a Twitch partner? Does anybody care anymore? I don't know. The future of news on Twitch. Anyways, there is so much of this stuff going on. And if there's if you get a moment, like if there's an hour or 2 hours where you don't have a specific class that you want to go to, or a meetup that you want to go to, or a networking moment that you want to go to, go grab yourself some food. It's Vegas. Go grab yourself some food. There's going to be food there. It's really, really good. There's food there. Go to the merch. What the fuck did they call it? Merch. It's not Artist Alley. It was something else. It was like the merch pit or something like that. Whatever. Go check out all the Twitch stuff that's for sale. Go check out some of the vendors. Maybe you'll meet a new sponsor if you're a content creator. Go check that out. TwitchCon is a hell of a lot of fun. And I do hope to see you guys there. And now that the schedule is out, Hopefully that shows you some reasons that you want to go that maybe you hadn't thought about before. And if you have a question about TwitchCon, like I said, I have been before. I'm happy to share that experience and give you some guidance as to what to do, what you might want to avoid. Based on what you do and what your interests are. It doesn't matter if I like it or I don't like it. It's more about what you like and don't like. So if you got a TwitchCon question, let me know. But I think it's a great event, and I think it's a really great opportunity for content creators to find new opportunities for themselves. So that is it for TwitchCon and their schedule. Check that out. And if you've got any questions, shoot me a DM or post it in the comments. There's plenty of other people that have been to TwitchCon. I wasn't there by myself last year. There's thousands of people that go. And maybe somebody else will chime in with their experience and be able to help you out. Moving right along, we are going to jump back into the thing that I can't get rid of. Oh, there's the browser. There we go. StreamElements. Let's talk about StreamElements for a second. Why are we talking about StreamElements? Well, it's very, very sad. StreamElements has laid off 35% of their company. Ouch. 35% of StreamElements is getting pink slips right now. That was announced just a few days ago. Now, for those who don't know, content creators have been we've been having a hell of a time with StreamElements. The integration will break, redeems are no longer working, music files don't fire. Like, it has been a disaster with StreamElements. And it's kind of sporadic. It's like it'll work for an hour and then stop. And then it'll start up 20 minutes later and then stop. And whatever. StreamElements has been suffering. They just announced they are laying off 35% more of their company. And there's some interesting backstories to this. So again, if you are a content creator, you have probably seen that all of the sponsorship opportunities you get are basically from the same like 10 companies. It's the same thing over and over and over again. It's Marvel Strike Force, or it's HelloFresh, or it's what's the other one? Evany, or Raid Shadow Legends, or it's the same thing over, or Star Trek Online, blah 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 blah. So yeah, thank you, Chappie. Raid Shadow Legends. So I was trying to think of it. I was like, what is it called? It's the same thing. It turns out they can't find anymore. They flat out said in their press release, and I read it. In fact, I can read it to some of you. Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. PayPal. Here it is. Quote, given the challenging market conditions, the slowdown in the advertising market persisted in the last quarter as well. Despite the increase in advertising budgets from new clients, it did not offset the reduction in advertising budgets from existing clients. Consequently, to ensure the company's readiness for sustainable growth while aiming for profitability and eliminating the necessity for future external funding, we find ourselves compelled to implement various changes, including additional workforce reductions. It goes on to say, StreamElements remains committed to crafting products for content creators that will reinforce its role as a front runner in the content creator economy across Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. I'm a little interested in a couple of things in that. One, they're talking specifically about the industry I work in real life. I've worked in marketing for over 20 years. I know what the state of this industry is, and I think that they are very professionally not admitting that their sales efforts are garbage. Marketing budgets overall, not saying everything, but overall have increased in the last couple of years since the winding down of the COVID pandemic. Okay. There are a lot of companies out there that are looking to reach content creators, streamers, YouTube stars, things like that. That segment is actually growing. But StreamElements is over here saying the slowdown in the advertising market persisted in the last quarter as well. Despite the increase in advertising budgets from new clients, it did not offset the reduction in advertising budgets from existing clients. Blah, 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 blah. No. The money is out there. They're just not getting it. And I'm wondering, is this like, do their sales efforts not work? Does the product, like, are people losing faith in the product itself? StreamElements has laid off 20% of their workforce just a few months ago, and 20% of their workforce just a few months before that. Like, I don't know. I'm going to try and do the math here. I meant to do this before we launched. Yeah, StreamElements is laying off another 60 employees, accounting for 35% of the company's workforce. So let's just break it into thirds, okay? So that means they had 100 and let's say 80, 175. All right, let's say they had 175 people. 60 of them are gone. Who's left? This is a big effort. This is a lot of content you have to create. This is a lot of programming you have to do. This is a lot of IT maintenance you have to do. They're down to like 110 people. Like this is not good. This is a very, very bad thing. And the other thing that struck me as weird, I don't know if you guys noticed this as well. They said, while aiming for profitability and eliminating the necessity for future external funding. So let's put that into context. According to StreamElements, these 60 people were just extra. They didn't actually do anything really important at the company. 1/3 of their company was not doing a useful job. Or those people are useful and StreamElements needs to go get external funding to pay for them. Both of those, those are two different realities. They're saying that they are eliminating the need for external funding. I don't think you have. You've laid off 20%, 20%, and 35% of your company. Clearly, it is affecting your product because you're not offering any new sponsorships to your content creators, and the viewers are having a terrible experience because none of the commands are firing that they're doing to engage with their chat. So, what? I don't think you've eliminated the necessity for future external funding. I think you've enhanced the necessity for future external funding. You need more money from somewhere. It's not coming from your advertisers. It's clearly not coming from your content creators because we don't have to pay for pretty much anything at StreamElements. What's the deal? No, go get money. Or just... I don't know. I don't know what is happening at StreamElements other than the product is getting worse. The workforce is getting smaller. None of this is good news. And Streamlabs is a disaster. I'm not even going to get into Streamlabs, but this is not a healthy space right now. We've got to work on this as an industry. We need better tools because none of them talk to each other. It's rough. Anyways, so StreamElements, 35% of the workforce, 60 people are now losing their jobs or have already lost them. We do hate to see that in the content creator world because StreamElements is such a vital part of what we do. We hate to see it happen to a company that tries to make good stuff and they just haven't done it lately. Sucks. Let's move on to Fanjoy. Why are we talking about Fanjoy? Have any of you ever heard of Fanjoy? Fanjoy was a merch company. Speaking of things that do things for the community, Fanjoy was a merch company that would take basically licensing deals from major content creators like, Jake Paul, Luke Paul, John Paul. What the fuck was his name? I don't know. What is his name? Jake Paul. Yeah, I could not care less about those two guys. Anyways, Jake Paul, they've had deals with, what was his, they had another big one and I can't remember who it was. Oh, George Not Found. Yeah. Fanjoy has declared bankruptcy. Fanjoy owes lots of money to lots of people and they will never make it back. So they are declaring Chapter 11 bankruptcy. They are going to shut down operations, not restructure. Goodbye. That's a problem. Here's why. The company said in its bankruptcy filing that it had 100 to 199 creditors, including influencers, vendors, manufacturing companies, and logistics companies. So think UPS, Jake Paul, screen printers, like all of that stuff. Okay. Payouts to content creators, because if they're going to license something, like if they're going to license something from Jake Paul, like an expression or a trademark or a brand or a logo, they have to pay. Okay. They have to pay them money and then probably pay them a percentage of the merch. Check this. Payouts to content creators as part of brand deals were listed as 3 of their 20 largest debts. This is how much. Okay. George Not Found, a Minecraft YouTuber with over 10 million subscribers, is owed $95,000 by this company. They owe him a paycheck of $95,000. They haven't paid it. Not good. The Toast, a lifestyle podcast, is owed more than $81,000 for its brand. Elise Myers, a TikToker with 6.7 million followers, is owed more than $86,000. They owed a lot of people a lot of money and didn't get paid. So a couple of reasons that this is important. One, it shows that not everything in the world of influencers is all about money. Sometimes the money ain't there. I can almost guarantee you this. Somebody like, let's say Elise Myers, all right? TikToker, 6.7 million followers. She's owed more than 86 grand. I doubt she ever sees it. That money has vanished for her. Hundreds of thousands of people, probably hundreds or thousands, sorry, not hundreds of thousands. Hundreds or thousands of people are wearing her merch and she will not see a dime for it. That sucks. It's pretty rough. So that whole thing is a problem. Let's see. It also owes, oh yeah, that's right. Fanjoy said it also owes a variety of big names, including Keke Palmer, the actress. Okay. Controversial content creator Colleen Ballinger. Yeah, that Colleen Ballinger. BuzzFeed alums, the Try Guys. Okay, big YouTube stars. So we filed for Chapter 11 to restructure and strengthen our business strategically. It's not going to happen. They're going to go away eventually. This is a management problem. This is a fiscal problem. I don't see them restructuring successfully if they can emerge from bankruptcy, which is there's a whole legal structure in the United States. If they emerge from bankruptcy successfully, I think you're looking at a company that will again declare bankruptcy and not know what they're doing. I think you've got fundamental issues here. The company said, this blows my mind. The company says it currently has $100,000 to $500,000 in total assets. I would have to imagine that some of their machines are worth $100,000, which means they've got no cash. Like I don't know how they restructure. They've got to have somebody giving them money. But whatever. So the company has said it has $100,000 to $500,000 in assets compared to $1 million to $10 million in liabilities. They literally owe apparently 20 times the amount of money they actually have. That's not good. So my warning is this, okay? This isn't just a thing like, wow, let's all crap on Fanjoy. No, I think it sucks. I think that this is an unfortunate thing. I hate to see businesses do this, but it is happening. The lesson to this, if you are a content creator, be very, very careful who you do business with. I think we've all seen to one degree or another the level of attempted ripoffs and scams and frauds that are in this industry. And it's everything from the little like GFX artists that follow you on X to giant companies like Fanjoy who are going to say, hey, we would love to do a brand deal with you. We're going to sell your merch and make custom stuff and it's going to be great. And you're going to represent to the whole world. You may not get paid. And there are warning signs. And I'm not saying that there were with Fanjoy, but I am saying that typically there are warning signs when you deal with these kinds of companies. There are things that you want to look out for. There are referrals and testimonials you want to get beforehand. I do a lot of this for my business because I deal with companies like Fanjoy every single day. I literally had a conversation with 2 companies like Fanjoy today. That's my job. I know this industry ridiculously well. I have seen really good people. I have seen really bad people. If you are a content creator, be careful who you do business with on any level at any project because you don't want to end up a victim. And it's real easy to do in this industry. Okay? That's my warning. I can't do any more. Up next, LiveSpace. Have you heard of LiveSpace? Probably not. Have you heard of Kick? Probably. Have you heard of Twitch? Hell yes, you have. Have you heard of YouTube? Duh. What is LiveSpace? LiveSpace is a brand new live streaming service. It is a competitor to Twitch. It's a competitor to Kick. It's a competitor to YouTube. They're smaller than all of them, but they are trying to break out and they're trying to do business a little differently. Okay. So LiveSpace is interesting. And they just announced about a week ago, they just announced a new program where you can get a 100% revenue split. If you're a content creator, if you're a live streamer, they are offering 1,000 of us contracts and you get 100% of your revenue. subs, donations, whatever you get, they give it to you. Now, this is in sort of, it's running in parallel, which kind of sucks for LiveSpace. Right when they made this announcement, Kick announced their content partner program, and that has already had a lot of people sign up. I think it was 30, I think they announced 35 contracts already. I don't have that in front of me. But yeah, they've already signed people to their new content creator program, which is basically a hourly rate. It's not a matter of subscribers or bits or donations. Kick is going to straight up pay you hourly. You stream, you get paid. It's that simple. So LiveSpace is in that tough situation. But LiveSpace did announce 100% subscriber split for 1 year. They said, we are offering an epic opportunity for 1,000 creators to earn a 100% subscriber split for a full year. Not a month, not a quarter, not half a year, a year. 12 months, whatever subs you get, 100% of the money goes to you. Pretty cool. And I'm assuming that the way this is going to work is that if you're in this program, they're going to promote you. They're like, hey, so-and-so is part of our partner program, or whatever they're called. I don't think they gave it a program name. Yeah, it doesn't really have a name yet. But they say, we're building something different. It's not just another streaming site, and we are committed to building a sustainable home for you to create content and engage with your community. We're confident you will fall in love with LiveSpace, and so will your friends and community. Their PR department needs help because they shouldn't keep repeating the word community. They need to find other words. Let's dive right into the details. Who is eligible for consideration? Now, this is interesting. We were talking about this in Rise Above. You do have to qualify with the size of your audience. A, you are a creator who live streams on an existing streaming platform with an average of 20 or more viewers over the last 60 days. For your boy PapaJugg, no problem. I can qualify for that. I appreciate you all that make that number possible. Or you are a content creator who produces VOD content on TikTok with at least 10,000 followers, or on YouTube with at least 10,000 subscribers. Two things to note with that little qualifier. A, your boy PapaJugg doesn't meet those requirements. I do the live thing, the video thing. I'm still working on that. So, a content creator who produces VOD content. What that might mean, and what I'm assuming it means, is that for the YouTube side of it, shorts don't count. So if you've got 10,000 YouTube subscribers, okay, but do you have, oh, wait a minute. No, it says, no, I just thought about this a different way. VOD content on TikTok with at least 10,000 followers, or YouTube with at least 10,000 subscribers. I'm betting the shorts still don't count. I'm still reading that, I think, the right way. You probably don't have shorts as part of the number. Either way, 10K followers on TikTok or 10K subs on YouTube. That's the only other way you're going to qualify for this program. All eligible creators must be at least 18 years old on or before October 31st and reside in a Stripe supported country. Stripe is the payment portal. You have to do that as well. Let's see. Note, creators who have been actively streaming on LiveSpace prior to this announcement should apply for consideration regardless of your numbers on other platforms. They're given preferential treatment to their people. So contract, blah, blah, blah. It is a non-exclusive contract, which I think this is going to become a bigger trend in the industry. We're seeing it now with Kick and with Twitch. To ensure it is a non-exclusive contract, you can simulcast or stream. Notice those words, simulcast or stream. That's unique. Typically, Twitch will lock you down and say you can't simulcast to other networks. LiveSpace is saying you can simulcast or stream separately on any other platform or service. All right. Contract starts November 1st and it goes through October 31 of 2024. To ensure that the non-exclusive contract is granted to active, contributing community members, it will have a few simple requirements. You must 24 hours streamed each month, 7 unique stream days per month, 10 non-subscriber LiveSpace posts per month, so not sub-only stuff. And you must promote your LiveSpace streams on non-LiveSpace social channels. So in other words, get those TikToks and Instagrams and Twitters, X's, get those things rolling because you have to promote the fact that you're on LiveSpace. So interesting. If you are a content creator or if you're a fan of a content creator that you think would be a good fit for LiveSpace, it seems to be a very wholesome, positive. It's created by creators, community that they're building. So I would say definitely check that out. Send them over. It is live.space. Another problem I have with this particular brand is that it sounds so much like MySpace, but it's LiveSpace. And I don't know, maybe you just have to be old to make that connection. I couldn't tell you. So yeah, I wonder if they're asking for a large splice. That was, so what are sponsors then? Someone is going to, no, come on. Why do they keep doing stuff to incentivize money, but not safety? I don't know. I'd have to take a look at their safety protocols and what kind of streaming protections and like mod features they have. But the bottom line is, if you want to get content creators to move to your platform, you have to pay them. We're seeing that with Kick now with their huge contracts, and now we're seeing it with their new content creator pro, content partner pro, I don't, whatever the fuck Kick is calling it. We're seeing that as more of a thing. And I think those are going to be two big trends. Is A, safety has to be a priority. Kick launched with no safety features whatsoever, and there are streamers like me who will not move to Kick until those safety features are in place. But then also that non-exclusivity. Locking somebody into a contract can be very, very detrimental to the relationship. Speaking of which, let's talk about MoistCr1TiKal, shall we? So why are we talking about MoistCr1TiKal? It's very, very simple. Ladies and gentlemen, MoistCr1TiKal has severed his contract with Twitch. What does that mean? Well, he put out an 11-minute video on YouTube explaining what that means, and there's a few key points to it. First of all, MoistCr1TiKal is a huge presence in the industry, has been streaming since 2010 on Justin TV. So Twitch has been his home forever. But that's not all. He spent a little bit of time on YouTube, came back after about a year, has been on Twitch the entire time. The announcement itself had some interesting qualifiers. First, he is not leaving Twitch. He's just going to do other things on other platforms. His big thing in the 11-minute video was talking about YouTube. He talked about YouTube a lot because he understands the YouTube economy. Obviously, he posts a lot of videos on YouTube on a regular basis. He knows YouTube, and he has some things that he wants to do on YouTube. The brand he never mentioned in 11 minutes of film was Kick. Never said their name once. He talked about his respect for Twitch. He thanked Twitch repeatedly and said, you know what? I wanted out of the contract. We came to a mutually beneficial agreement. So we both decided that we were going to end the contract early because he still had years on his Twitch contract. He just renewed recently. He had years to go. That is now over because he needed a non-exclusive, and his Twitch contract was very exclusive. He could only do things on Twitch. So he thanked Twitch for the relationship. He thanked Twitch for letting him out of the contract. Okay. So that's a big deal. He's not angry at Twitch. That's not why he did this. He simply said the terms of the contract aren't cool. I want out. And they said, fine. So they came to an arrangement. So there's that. He also talked about Twitch Pay. This was an interesting thing where he talked about Twitch Pay as being the worst of the industry. If you were under contract to Twitch, so in other words, you got paid by Twitch no matter what happened on your channel in terms of subs and bits and all of that. You got an agreed upon amount from Twitch just for streaming there. He said it was the absolute worst in the industry. He said every other streamer who's under contract will tell you that they pay, and I will use his number, about 10% of what the rest of the industry pays. In his words, he said the pay he gets from his Twitch contract, he funnels 100% of that over to his esports team. And he said it wasn't even enough to pay for one team in his entire esports network. So clearly it wasn't great. Now, was that the point of the contract? I'd imagine probably not, because a guy of his size streaming on Twitch can easily be funded. I don't know his like personal life or his budgets or anything, but subs and bits and all of that, endorsement deals, all of that is going to pay for the rest. Okay, that's where his money came from. I would imagine it was not even close to being paid for by his Twitch contract. So he did say it pays about 10%. Also, the amount of hours he was required by contract to stream on Twitch was excessive. He said it was a huge time demand. He also said that there were certain ads per hour, I think would be the best way to put it. He had to air a certain amount of ads per hour. Now, that's partially Twitch covering its own ass. In order for Twitch to pay him, Twitch needed to make money from the stream. So Twitch, required a certain number of ads to be run per hour. So you now had a guy who was getting paid by Twitch, who had to run ads to interrupt the content that they were requiring him to make, that was interrupting the experience of the viewing audience, and he didn't get paid much for all of that requirement. That's not cool. And Twitch, I think to Twitch's credit, they recognized that, which is why a few months ago they said that, hey, moving forward, partner contracts will be non-exclusive. So Twitch has already said, we get it, we know what's going on, we're going to change that. But MoistCr1TiKal was still under his contract. So there's that. Let's see. He also, and I think that you have to give credit mostly to me. I say that with no humility whatsoever. I thought it was cool that MoistCr1TiKal has basically said in his, breaking up a Twitch, in his video, he said the same thing that I've said, which is that Twitch has made some better decisions recently. He gave them credit for some of the changes that they've made, which have been more creator friendly, and they're not all perfect. And he said the same thing that I have. They're not all perfect, but recently Twitch has made better creative decisions. Twitch has made better payout decisions. Twitch has made better contract decisions. Twitch is doing things that can make this a better space. He gave them, I think, the same amount of credit that I do. Originally, rough. The last couple of years have been very, very rough on Twitch, but their recent decisions, for the most part, have been better. So I think the better way to think of this is not that PJ agreed with MoistCr1TiKal. I think you have to look at the timeline. MoistCr1TiKal agreed with me. Let's just go with that, okay? It makes me sound better. I'm the famous one, damn it. So his new relationship with Twitch, he has more freedom to create things. He's going to be creating new content on new platforms. He also thinks that he had this interesting opinion about Twitch contracts, and he had this opinion about contracts as a whole. He likes contracts. He said, as a whole, contracts are good for the audience. Because what that means is you can have a creator who's getting paid whatever they're getting paid, whatever that amount is that they agreed to. They're getting paid regardless of subs and bits. They're not sitting there having to beg for money. They're not sitting there having to earn another $5, $10, $100, whatever an audience is going to pay. They can just make great content. And I can understand where he's coming from. I can respect that point of view. He's saying that if my job was getting paid for by somebody else other than my audience, that gives me the creative freedom to make the things I want to make. And as a creator, that's very logical. And as I think, and I agree with him, I think that also makes a hell of a lot of sense for the audience. You want to see the creativity of the creator. You want to see what they've been inspired to do. You want to see them focus on entertaining you as opposed to selling you. So I think that he made a very important point there, and I think he should get credit for doing that, because as a guy who, as he said, I'm ending my Twitch contract, but I'm telling you the contracts are good. I don't think he's wrong. I think that if the pay is focused more on creating the content as opposed to selling the content, I think on the whole you get more quality content. So good for him on that one. And then he did talk about the fact that, the ads, if things can get funded by ads, that's okay, but the ads need to be less intrusive and all that kind of thing. So he kind of went off on that a little bit. But really, he talked about his history. He talked about his respect for Twitch. He talked about the things that are going to be coming up in his content. And I think for content creators, it's a good lesson in terms of where you may want to take your own careers, because this is obviously a guy who's got tons of experience with a lot of probably all of the industry. So I think for content creators, it's a good lesson. But for viewers, for listeners, for you people out there that are not content creators and you're watching us, you're listening to us, you're supporting us, you're encouraging us, all of the amazing things that you do as an audience, I think that this is a good lesson so that you see a little bit of a behind the scenes of how some of your favorite characters, how some of your favorite personas, some of your favorite talent, what goes on behind the scenes so that they can keep delivering good things to you. And that's important. That is, for a lot of us, that is what we're trying to do, is create engaging, entertaining, fun, whatever, educational, whatever that content is. Our goal is to create that for you so that you enjoy it. And I think that the way that he ended his contract with Twitch, I think was very respectful. And again, I think that there was also some good insights for the audience itself to better understand how we as content creators can go about and say, you know what, I'm going to make a decision for the goodness of my audience. I don't judge other people's finances, and I have no fucking clue what MoistCr1TiKal makes or spends. But I think that it's respectful that he did this in a way that allows him to make better content in more places for the benefit of his audience. If he's doing this for money, that's weird. I mean, he gets YouTube money, he gets Twitch money, he gets subs and donos and all that stuff. You know, he's got funding, but he's doing this because he had creative ideas that he wanted to bring to the forefront. And now he's able to do it because he made a decision that says, I'm going to end this relationship in one way, but continue it in another. So I give him a lot of respect for that. And I hope you guys do too. Just because, like I said, I think that it's good for the community. It's good for the environment. It's good for the creating environment, not nature. That's a whole different problem. So anyways, that was our big chat for tonight. Again, I want to thank everybody who was in live chat. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. I see Nerdy Nurse. I see Jinxie. I see Chappie. I see a name that I probably shouldn't see. I think that's supposed to be a secret. I see, I was right. That's a secret. Okay. I'm not going to say that name. I see Blood Tide. I see Shaber. How you doing, Shaber? But anyways, thanks everybody for hanging out here. Go have yourself a great Friday. And don't forget, we are back here next Friday, every Friday at 5:30, every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. The PapaJugg Podcast goes live. You can check out the VODs on YouTube, and then you can also download the audio every Monday morning. It gets pushed out to all the major sites like Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, CastBox, TuneIn, blah, 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 blah. So go have yourself a good morning, a good day, a good night, whatever it is for you. And I will see you next Friday. See ya.